But Sylvia, then when does this begin? The whole question about reintegration, because again, like he said, there's some people who are angry with you. Maybe you know, the parents or families of you know, your peers at that time. Maybe they were killed, or maybe they were, you know, jailed. I mean, it's a lot of things to think about. But here you are, just walking around, you know, and like, what are you doing here? But what happened to our child, and all those things. So it might be difficult, and even some families might find it difficult to accept their own kin, right? So then, at what point does, you know, reintegration begin? Yes.
And it's not just that. You'd find even sometimes maybe someone you robbed, and you meet them, they're like, simu yangu ilienda na wewe.
Yes.
But the reintegration journey is one that we start when someone is still behind bars.
All right.
So as Eric has mentioned, one of the programs that we do in the prisons that we work in is psychoeducation mentorship sessions. Okay. And why we take a psychoeducation angle with the mentorship sessions we do is to give the inmates an opportunity to also have a chance to think through what it is that brought them here in the first place, to just think about it, avoid those pitfalls, and then equip them with the skills that they need to be able to navigate through that once they come out. Okay. So you find one of the topics that we found was one very popular one was anger and anger management, stress and stress management. You'd find that many people would say, maybe I ended up in this route because I could not manage my anger. So how I lashed it out got me in an instance where I grievously harmed someone, and now I am behind bars. And you find sometimes even that aside, there's stress. There's that stress of I am behind bars. I was a breadwinner, for example. How are my family surviving while I am behind bars? There are people maybe I wrong and I'm having that guilt. We've had instances where people are still struggling with the PTSD, that they're like, okay, I realize that I did something wrong, and some I can atone for, the other, those I can't atone for, it can't come back. How do I go through that? So we have even psychologists that walk through them and just help them to, through that counseling session, to help them, okay, realize this is it, you made that mistake. But our prison program actually is called Phoenix, because we want to give that hope that you can rise from the ashes that led you into prison in the first place. And once they are prepared with that, at the integration journey, where we know that in the next month you're leaving, we now start that process of, okay, this is what we'd expect when you go out. Are you ready? Who do we need to be also working together with the probation and aftercare? Who do we need to link you up with? Is it your family? There are those ones who maybe their families have not seen them for the entire period they have been in prison. So do we need to start those conversations with the family? I know one of the last returning citizens we helped reintegrate recently, towards his release, is like, I would really like to have that conversation with my wife, because I know I didn't wrong my wife personally, but whatever I did hurt her so much that I would like to just have that conversation with her to see if, you know, she can forgive me before I go back home. Who else do you like that? And this helps. Actually, you'd find that within the prisons, the welfare office also provides for that instances where if you want to be reconciled with your victims and you want to just tell them, yes, I'm sorry, I have gone through this, I have realized my mistake, I have paid my dues and done my time, I would like to just say sorry. So that reintegration helps the inmate at that point to also make that peace, and also gives that person a bit of closure. And you realize it's not automatic that because I say sorry, that someone is gonna forgive you. No, you would forgive. But at least it gives that a chance. It gives you a little bit of time to heal. So that reintegration process, we're very keen to start on it before, and then afterwards, once you come out, we realize that when you start and you come out, again, you've been in bars 14 years. By the time you come out, the world is different.
Everything is different.
Everything is different. How do we help you just navigate? So working through a care package, we have that psychosocial that we continue to work with you for a while to just also watch what is it that you need. Are you able to reintegrate? Are you facing any challenges? For where we can assist by the help of both CSP and CSP, Crime People well-wishers, we're able to provide just something small to help you continue. So we've had there's one recent one, I think, that was covered a couple of weeks ago, of one returning citizen, Joseph Kangede from Nakuru, our main prison, who we went back home at least because we started that process, the family was able to embrace him, and he had learned tailoring. He was a very good tailor while at Nakuru. He'd help in tailoring that. So one thing that he just needed, he asked for, was a sewing machine, that we could get a sewing machine so that he can continue with that business and be able to start his life. We're able to source one. We had other well-wishers give him another, and now he's not only just helping within his area to, you know, sew and mend clothes and earn a living, he's also training young boys and young girls in the community to do the same.
Well.
So it's that journey, as you're able to have that attitude change and just have that belief that there's someone, because we realize having someone to stand with you and believe that, you know, once you've changed is very key, and it helps this person to avoid going back, because recidivism half the time happens because you come out, you have no support, you've already been stigmatized, you don't know what, no one wants to hire you, no one wants to believe in you, so half the time you find yourself that you're coming up. So providing that support system that would prevent you from needing to go back into crime.